Hi, I'm Erica Daniels. I'm a second year master's student in exercise physiology here at UK. For the next 5 minutes, I'll be talking about energizers, specifically stretching energizers. We'll talk about what they are, what stretching is, why we need them, and when to do them. So let's get started. First off, what are energizers? Energizers are activities that are intended to increase the energy in someone or a group of people. They also help release tension that may occur throughout the day, and they're a great way to interact with friends and coworkers. There are various types of energizers, including icebreakers to get to know someone new, team building activities, there are numerous games and other physical activities, but today we're going to talk about stretching energizers. So, what exactly is stretching? Stretching is a form of physical activity that helps elongate the muscles. It helps prevent musculoskeletal injuries, reduces stress, improves your posture. It also increases blood flow to the muscles and joints to help improve energy. It reduces muscle fatigue and soreness, and it decreases joint stiffness and lower back pain, while also increasing the ability to perform daily activities at work and at home. So now you might ask, why do we need these stretching energizers? Well, if you're like me, at the end of the day, you're exhausted. Your body is stiff, you have a headache, maybe your neck and back ache, your knees crackle and pop when you stand. You might have knots in between your shoulder blades, depending on how stressful a day you had. These stretching energizers will help alleviate this aching and pain. They help reduce tension that occurs throughout the day, and they're not just for your body. They help re energize your brain so that you can focus more on the task at hand. They also help increase blood flow to major joints and muscle groups. Now, you're probably wondering when you should do these energizers. I would recommend every 2 or so hours to get up and get energized for about 5 minutes, give or take a minute or two. Depending on the stretches you choose, I would say do each stretch at least 5 to 15 seconds, if not 20 seconds, depending again on the stretch and how stiff and tense you are at that time. I would also recommend doing each stretch 2 to 3 times. Now I've created an example of your average 8 to 6 p.m. workday of when you should do your energizers. Start work at 8 a.m. So your first energizer would be at 10 a.m., where let's say you wanted to work your upper body, like your arms and your shoulders. Then at noon, you would have lunch, so that would be its own energizer. Enjoy it. Then at 2 or 3 p.m., depending on when you get back from lunch or when you feel tired, you want to do your next energizer. So let's say you wanted to work your neck and back. And so then your final energizer would be around 4 or 5 p.m., depending again on when you get off work. But let's say your final stretch, you wanted to either stretch out your lower body, so you did a whole body stretching exercise throughout the day. Or you can do maybe your favorite stretches, or maybe you feel like you need to stretch another muscle joint again because it got so stiff. So all in all, you want to stretch about 3 times during your workday. Here are some examples of some stretches that you can do at the office. You've got your upper body stretches, like your arms, shoulders, and wrists for those who type a lot or write a lot. You've also got your side stretches, where you can stretch out those obliques. You can also use your chair to stretch out your back and chest for those who sit at a desk all day long. And here are some additional examples of exercises that can be done at the office. For your lower legs, maybe you need to stretch out your hamstrings or your quadriceps or maybe even your hips. And there are also some additional head and neck exercises that can be done for those that maybe stare down at pieces of paper all day long or are grading papers if you're a teacher. Well, that concludes my presentation. I want to thank you for your time. Just remember, you can pick and choose from the examples I provided, or you can choose any other stretches that you want to do. The most important thing is, when you're at work, every 2 or so hours, about 3 times during the workday, you want to get up, stretch, and get energized.